So you might have seen this machine by now. This Huayee just come out with this new dealer line, and the SHY12 is the newest release right now. You might have been started seeing stuff popping up on Facebook and on YouTube about this machine, and I'm just gonna tell you, this thing's a beast. This is gonna change the entire Chinese mini excavator market. Today's video, we're going to do a deep dive, go over the features. I'm going to show you guys why this machine's going to change the market. Besides just the simple fact that Huayee's quality is absolutely insane and so far ahead of competitors, from what I've seen so far, there's a couple things that just set this machine apart from anything else, any of its competitors, anything this size. Any 1 ton, 1.3 ton unit, that's what this is, 1.3 ton. This machine weighs 2,600 pounds. So out of any 1.3 ton machine on the market, this thing has stuff none of them have. So we're going to talk about that today. Just like the other videos I've done on the little excavator reviews and deep dives, walkarounds, whatever you want to call it. I'll get it out here. We'll go around it. I'll show you some buttons, how it works, what all it does, the features. Then I'm going to pull it in the shop. We're going to strip it down, pull all the panels off of it. We're going to see the internal, see how it's made, see how accessible stuff is, and we're going to find out is it all around just a great machine, or we'll see if we can find a flaw in the machine. Okay. All right. So before we jump into this video, I do want to say something just real quick, guys. For starters, I appreciate everyone on the channel, all of our viewers, all of our subscribers, anyone who's liking the videos, disliking the videos, comment on the videos, sharing the videos. Regardless of what you've done on our channel, I appreciate it because interacting with our videos helps us grow and helps our channel get out there. Really exciting news I want to share with you guys, because what I'm about to tell you wouldn't have been possible without every one of you. As of November the 17th, which is exactly to the day 2 months after we put up our first video, which you probably haven't seen because it was a railroad track. But it was a little dump trailer solar charger mod we did. It's kind of an intro thing, just a test video, really, just to see if I could even do this. I wasn't sure. But anyways, 2 months exactly to the day since we uploaded that video. As of November the 17th, we have been partnered with YouTube. We've been accepted into the partner program, and now all of our videos are monetized. And I just want to thank you guys. Without every one of you, that wouldn't have been possible. Those weren't my intentions when I started this channel. I didn't have a clue about what a YouTube partner was or what a monetize was. I mean, I had an idea how people make money on YouTube, but my goal here wasn't to make money on YouTube. It was to just get information out there, honestly, for my customers, because I get questions every day. People want to know if this machine can do this, or if this machine can do that, or what's this machine have that machine don't. So that was the whole reason for this. And for you guys are end users as well. There's a lot more of you than there are my customers. So that was the whole purpose for this channel. And that's what we're going to keep doing. We're not going to sway one way or the other. We're going to keep putting real content out there of reviews, walkarounds, tests, etc. But I just want to thank you guys, just real quick. Thank everyone for their support. The channel's growing, and without you, it wouldn't be possible. All right, so first I'm just going to do a quick little walk around of the machine, slowly. Then I'll get some up close and personal, point out some options. Oh, you know what I just realized? My blade extension down there is not on. So I'm going to have to put that on here in a second. Man, isn't that thing nice though? It's so clean. It's crazy the difference in these Huayees. I know you guys keep hearing everybody talk about it, but these things are just nice. The fit and finish on these is just, I mean, just look at that. Everything is so clean. Anyways, all right, I'll show you guys some of the features now. We'll start here at the front. So you have I think it's a 16-inch bucket. I'll measure in a second, but let's go with 16-inch bucket. You got removable bucket teeth, got the side cutters. You have these have the quick hitch already on them. These are the real quick hitch. Take a wrench right here, pop it down. Hydraulic thumb, cylinder, braided hoses, so they're protected, three-way valve, and then braided hoses coming off of that. So if you'll notice, real quick, on this boom, the only hoses you see are coming out of the boom here to the valve, down to the thumb. It's the only exposed hoses, and those are braided for extra protection. You don't see any other hoses. Why not? Because they're all encased in the boom to be protected. Very, very nice. And look, they all come down here. They've all got hose wrap on them. Very, very nice. Okay. Top cylinders. LED light on this side. Pretty nice. Also, it's wired and protected. Big, thick knuckle. I mean, look at how beefy the knuckle is. Cast knuckle. Swing boom. Right here, you've got your hydraulic tank gauge. The fill is actually right under the floorboard, under this really thick floorboard. That's molded, made for it. It's not that. Look here. Nice little door. Boom. Fill your hydraulic tank. But look at that. That is nice, molded, made for the machine. It's not gonna fly off. You don't have to worry about taking it off when you transport this thing. All right, on this side, you've got your fuel tank gauge. So there's no digital gauge for fuel, but there is a manual gauge, and you can see. Look here. Super nice. Pay attention to grease up. I love it. Nice warning label. You got your 3 grease points for your slew bearing, turntable, etc. And look, these machines come pre-greased. Look at that. Super nice. Another look at the hoses and wiring, all protected. And then down here at the front, while we're here, so this is these tracks are expandable. This is expanded. You have planetary drive motors. They are completely protected, and they are 2-speed drive motors. So your hoses coming off, though, they're kind of exposed right here, but they're all braided, and they're ran through these little brackets they've put on here, so they can't go anywhere. They are stationary. Also a really nice feature, tie-down point. Super simple, added mod, adds great value. Nobody's doing this. Everybody has trouble strapping these things. Not now. Okay, so moving up to our cockpit, if you will. We'll start here low with the floorboard. You have your check qualified products, factory approval. You have your disconnect. I like this disconnect. So honestly, I like this better than any of them I've seen. It's kind of small, but look, off, but then it comes out. So I know that's not really a big deal. I like it because a lot of the disconnects are like an L, and they stick out here and they hit your leg. That's kind of flush. It's not really going to get in the way. So I kind of like that. We already talked about the floorboard. So down here on your pedals, I haven't run one very much yet, so I may have this backwards, but I believe this one's your hydraulic thumb. This one's your swing boom. Of course, tracking front to back left, tracking front to back right. and then this is your blade. They do come with a nice heavy duty, actually, cup holder, fully adjustable, and a nice fully adjustable phone holder. The ROPS on this thing, heavy, super clean finish. They do unbolt, so you can take the canopy off, get in those low areas if you need to. You don't have to undo it down here. Boom, 8 bolts, it's right off. Access panel, I haven't had it off. I don't know what you access, but I'm assuming it's the engine. But we are going to find out together. All right, it's going on up. Flip up controls. One thing you'll notice right away, super nice, super convenient. Everybody wants it. SHY12's got it. Flip your controls up, plenty of room to climb on. You hop on there, you lock them down, engages your hydraulics, right? So now we're engaged. We've got our hour meter. You can see the machine's brand new, 4 hours. And that's just been ran just to make sure everything's good on it. Dealers go through these machines, make sure everything's good, pressures are adjusted, there's no leaks, etc. So it's going to have a few hours on it just for that. You got a switch. This switch is for your expandable tracks. So this way, let me remember here. Yeah, so this way is your blade, which is the center handle here. And then this way is your tracks, and it'll still be the center handle here. So just switch it to one you want. You got a nice voltmeter, digital. On this side, headlights, 2-speed drive motors, turtle and rabbit, ignition, throttle, and a temp gauge. This seat is so massive. Has a fully integrated seat belt. It's a real integrated seat belt. It's not just a seat belt on a bolt over here. It's nice, heavy, thick cushion and soft. And by the way, plenty of leg room. If you'll notice, there's nothing in the way of your legs. You either put your feet up here, run your pedals, or you got spots here, or you can even put them here. I've done it both ways. It's so comfortable. My knees aren't hitting nothing. My legs aren't, I'm not having to, some of the machines I have to hang my legs way out here just to get them away from everything because there's no room. Not on here. Back to the seat. This joker reclines, lays completely flat, and check that out. You got dry storage on the back of the seat. Super cool. I love the seat. Oh, all right, I'm gonna have to have 2 hands to get it back up, but there you go. The only other thing here we haven't covered on the ROPS is you do have a warning light. It comes on automatically with the key. Show you. And then it does have a switch. You could turn it on and off if you don't want it on. Can't believe I almost forgot another warning label. Guys, hot caution, okay? Take hot caution when in this area. I'm assuming that comes off and this is your radiator cap, but we'll find out. As I mentioned a minute ago, as I was doing my walk around, I hadn't put the extension on this side yet. For the sake of the video, I didn't put it back on. I'm just going to leave it off so you guys can see how it goes on. It's literally slides in back here. Slides in back here, drop a pin in, and boom, it's on. Otherwise, it can fold back out of the way. But back here, and I'll turn the machine in a bit and we'll get a better view, but you can see you've got full access to drain the oil. I can't see what that is up in there. We'll figure it out later. But you can see super beefy cylinder. Hoses are braided, protected. They go through grommets up there. Look how beefy this blade is. Super beefy blade. Look how thick. I mean, nothing was shorted on these machines, guys. Heavy cast bumper. That's not just a thin piece of steel or sheet metal. It's heavy cast. All right, so now we got the back door open. I've just removed the 2 wing nuts under the seat. So you can see the seat does flip up. Oh man, it's heavy. Back door is insulated. Not gonna go too in depth right here because a lot of this we're gonna see once we rip these panels off, but just really quick, what I can see, air filter, exhaust has a blanket already to help deal with heat. Your radiator, reservoir, water separator, inline fuel filter, inline fuel pump. Of course, your starter's there, little alternator. And then you do have the Kubota D722 diesel 3-cylinder. Nice little setup. And then up here, you can see there's our big fuel filter, which goes to our injection, from there to our injection pump, and then engine oil fill, etc. So just a quick view there. We're going to see all this briefly. Oh, but let's see real quick. Does hot caution lead to the radiator cap? Oh, I can't tell. It's black. It's dark. I believe it does. Nope, we can't tell. We're going to have to wait. So one more thing before I hop on this thing. I just want to show you real quick. I did this and I was like, now I got to show them. Watch this door. If you've been around any of these Chinese Mini X's, opening and closing the back door on them sucks. Watch this. The thing just lines right up. Watch, I'm going to do it again. Watch this. Look, one finger. It lines right up and latches every time. No effort. There's no up and down play. It just does what it's intended to do. That's it. The other thing too, I'm going to show you. The exhaust does stick out. You don't have to worry about fumes, heat inside the engine bay. I'm going to hop up here now, fire the machine up. Audio still should be pretty good. Just going to do some movements, expand the track, show you how to do that. Just do some simple movements and try to show you guys the smoothness of this machine. I think it'll be pretty easy. Some of the cheaper machines I sell, I mean, you barely hit a joystick. And so for the sake of the demonstration, I'm going to leave the blade up. I'm not going to put it down. For those that have run equipment, you know, when moving your boom, you have better stability when the blade's down. Again, for the sake of the video, I'm going to leave it up to try and demonstrate the smoothness of this machine. All right. So as you can see, plenty of room getting on, plenty of leg space here, or put my legs right up here. Nothing's in the way. The sticks, they don't hit me. I mean, literally, there's hardly no play in the sticks at all. I mean, they have a total of 4 inches of movement from back to front. I mean, other machines, I mean, I've had sticks back here in my legs, so that's nice. I hadn't really paid much attention to that till just now. But anyways, let's fire this thing up. So I'm gonna hit my glow plugs just for a second. Little diesel purrs like a kitten. I'm gonna leave it kind of good throttle too. That way, again, higher the throttle, it should be jerky. We're gonna find out. First, I'm gonna show you guys how to do the tracks. So I got my hydraulics engaged. Got my blade down. Up off the ground. So now I hit my little switch right here from blade to tracks. And now my center stick, look at there, the blades are going in, or I'm sorry, tracks are going in. That's fully retracted. And then back the other way. That's fully expanded. Flip my switch back. Let it down here. Let my blade up. All right, now let's do some movements. So for starters, thumb is your left. Super smooth, easy. Swing boom, right. I'll give it some more throttle. Look at that. When it tops completely out, a little shake, but that's as expected. My blade's not even down. But look, when I grab these controls, no jerk whatsoever. I mean, look at that. Blade's not even down. And I'm moving fast. I mean, you're not gonna dig this fast. Again, blades up. Look here. Look at all the different movements. I'm spinning, I'm curling, uncurling, my boom. Look how many functions I can do at one time. There's a reason why. And when I get it apart, you're gonna find out. But look at that, guys. I mean, super smooth machine. Tracking. That's turtle mode. Turtle mode. Nitrous engaged. Nitrous off. Turtle mode. Nitrous engaged. Nitrous off. Not bad. I like it. And smooth. It's just so smooth. Again, all movements just now with the blade up. Smooth. Smooth. With the blade down, it's just insane. I'm gonna have to do a video. Two machines, similar side. Man, I'm telling you, I'm still getting over being sick. It's starting to get to me. Two machines, similar size, side by side comparison, and just I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of test to just show you guys how smooth these are. I hope you can tell from the video, it's night and day. I mean, if you've seen my other videos, I've run a lot of these machines. I'm not new to them. It is night and day. The smoothness and ability of it. And it's not just this machine. It's not just the Kubota diesel with this setup. The SHY12 gas engine with double stack gear pumps is just as smooth. The LHY 480, just as smooth. Everything I've been on Hawaii so far, smooth. So they got something figured out. And I got a feeling when we tear these panels off, we're going to find out what that is. Okay, so we got it in the shop here. We're going to start taking it apart so we can see inside. I'll start by saying it's already different than a couple of the last videos I did of the cheaper units. You know, normally there's 3 bolts, boom, 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 panel comes off. I can already tell these are not like that. These are different. I've already got my tools, went ahead and got my tool sizes I needed for this part so I could be ready. But from what I can see so far, and I'm not going to know for sure until I just start taking it apart, but from what I can see so far, there are 8 bolts holding this one panel on right here. 8 bolts. You're going to need a 12 millimeter wrench, 13 millimeter wrench, 15 millimeter wrench, then a 12 millimeter and a 13 millimeter socket. All right. So our pilot control station actually has 2 bolts into this panel. Those are your 15 millimeters. I got kind of chubby fingers. This one's a little tricky to get to. Let's see. Gloves are making my fingers a little too big. Okay. And I got one more on the inside here. All right, let's see. That's how you lose one. If you drop one, pick it up immediately, because otherwise you'll forget what you did with it. Ask me how I know. And boom. Just like that, that panel is off. Man, it's just so nice. Like, look, even the inside. Look how nice it is. Okay. Set this where it can't get damaged. All right, I want to change the angle real quick. This panel's off. I want you to look at that. So their air box hose comes all the way over here, blowing air down here. They've got this box made around the radiator, and it's got nice weather stripping on it, so the panel's not hitting anything. No metal's rubbing. Everything in here is protected. There's hose wrap on all of this stuff. And that hot caution was in fact our radiator cap. Man, that's super, super nice, even on the inside. So let's see, that's our radiator. So does this thing have oh, wait a second. I'm trying to figure out if this thing has a hydraulic cooler, or it's looking like the radiator and hydraulic cooler are built in together. Like this is, oh, they are. I see. Okay. So they're welded together. So this half, there's a bead of weld bead right through here. This is the radiator. And your hoses come out and your drains right here underneath the radiator. The hydraulic cooler is literally welded right to it, so they're flush. I like that design because, and see, I seen the hydraulic hoses. That's what threw me off. I love that design because on some of the other units I've actually looked at, your radiator's here and then your hydraulic cooler's stacked up against it. And the reason I don't like that as much is because these are made, the fans on the other side are made to suck air through. Well, when you have two of them stacked against each other, I just feel like it's making it harder to pull air through. That's why on my machine, my personal machine, the STE20, I did a video on adding fans to it. If you've watched it, you'll remember it was a radiator, hydraulic cooler, and then I actually had to put a fan here to help because the engine fan alone wasn't pulling enough air through to cool it. So this design is far superior, in my opinion. Okay, guys, so for this side over here, the console is on top of this panel just like over there. So this console doesn't flip up. So I'm going to try something right here and see if I can get to these two bolts through the throttle gap without having to disassemble this entire console. So let's see. I think it'll work. Now, it may be a pain when I get ready to put these bolts back in. But as far as coming out, this should work. Oh yeah, look at there. So I just did a 1/4 inch ratchet extension, put my 15 down there. Oh, there we go. So no reason No reason to disassemble the console. I may have to get a magnet to, let's see. See if I can get that out with my fingers. Yep, I got it. So this front one, though, is probably going to be a tricky one. Yeah, that's what I thought. Huh. Yeah, the front one's going to be the tricky one. Just getting the socket on. Oh, well, here we go. All right, never mind. Got the socket on. Now I just put my extension. And these are, oh man, that one's tight. They seem tighter too, though, because it's 1/4 inch. There we go. This is a wobble extension, which I think you would have to have. I don't think you're gonna get it with a straight wobble. I don't know if you can see that, but see there. All right, so got that out. Now let's do the rest. So 2, 4, 6. So 7 on this side, 8 on the other side, 7 on this side. And I'm gonna leave that one in. That way, because I'm leaving the door's attached to this panel. I'm gonna leave it on. But yep, same setup over here. A nut on the back of it. I can tell the Chinese got smaller hands than I have. My little chubby fingers are struggling on these 2 inside ones. All right. Oh, don't drop it. And I dropped it. Time to get a magnet. All right, got the bolt, and then got the nut. I guess I didn't have to have a magnet. Probably would have fell right out whenever I take this side panel off. All right, take this one out, and then this should fall right off. Well, there you go. Set this one aside so it doesn't get scratched up. All right, so here's some exciting news for you guys. I was excited to get to this part to show you guys this, but if you haven't already noticed, look at our hydraulic pump right here. This is the difference between, this is what sets this machine aside from any other 1.3 ton on the market, and from most 2 tons or 2.5 tons, depending on the brand. But all your auction stuff, unless you go with the STE20, you're not getting this pump. The STE20 is the only auction unit available with this pump. And I'm sorry, let me be clear. Not this pump, a piston pump. This is a Taifeng, I don't know how you say it. This is actually a better company than the Edico pump that's on the STE20. So this is actually a bigger, better company. But what I'm trying to say though is the only auction machine that you can get a similar machine performance-wise as the STE20, and it's a 2-ton machine. This is the only 1.3 ton machine on the market, Chinese market, with the piston pump. That's why this is the baddest dude of all dudes, in my opinion. That's what sets it aside. I love it. It's very smooth. When I was out there a minute ago doing all those different functions, this is why. This pump makes it where you can do that. Those gear pumps, they send max amount of flow all the time through the system. You hit a stick, it starts jerking you, beating the crap out of you. You start trying to do more than one function, you lose pressure on the other function, it loses power. That's because of that. That's the type of pump it is. These aren't like that. Variable displacement, it sends the amount of flow that each function needs when it needs it. That's why it's smooth, and that's why you can do many functions at once. It's not the only reason why it's smooth. There are other components on the machine that you have to have quality parts for as well to go with this. And this machine has them. The STE20 doesn't have it. It has a nice Yanmar engine, a nice piston pump, but they're lacking on other parts. That being the valve bodies for the pilot controls. They cheaped out. They didn't on this machine. I'll show you in a second, but it's all this same brand. The valve bodies, everything, this brand. And when you put all the right components together and they all do what they're supposed to do, this is the result. Nice, smooth machine that's going to do what you ask it to do. That being said, don't be fooled, guys. Don't think bigger is better. That's not always the case. All right. Do your homework, do your research, and learn. One of the biggest misconceptions I hear customers on a weekly basis calling me talking about is the QNT30 is probably the most misled machine on the market, in my opinion. And the other, the MX50 and the QNT50, those are too, but I don't feel like those are as popular because they're gas engines. The QNT30 is a diesel, and I get phone calls all the time wanting to know if I've got anything as big or as better or as good. And I can't help but just tell them guys that they've been fooled. It's not bigger. It's not better. I don't know of a machine that it's bigger or better than. And here's why. And I'm not knocking it. It's a good machine. I just want people to understand the difference. So that's where I'm coming from. The QNT30 has a 25 horsepower Kubota. I think it's a D1105. I could be wrong. Or it might be a D902. So people look at the size of it. They look at the advertising. Oh, it's a 3-ton. It's big. It looks big. It's got a 25 horse engine. That's a bad dude. And sure, it'll do it'll do some of what it's supposed to do, but it's only gonna perform up to its capabilities. And its capabilities are a lot less than what the engine capabilities are because they didn't use good components anywhere else on the machine. The QNT30 has stack pumps, dual gear pumps, doesn't have a piston pump. You cannot do multiple functions at one time. It's going to beat the crap out of you. It's jerky. Even though it's a 25 horsepower engine. What's the point of a 25 horsepower engine if it can't perform the way it's supposed to because none of the other parts are any good? In my opinion, it's a waste of money. It's not a 3-ton. That machine weighs 3,800 and something pounds. There's another guy on YouTube that's got a video of it. I can't think of his name, but all you got to do is search QNT30, and it'll come up. He takes it, puts it on a scale, weighs it, it's 3,800 pounds. So that's right under 2 ton. Just because it looks bigger doesn't mean it's better. Just keep that in mind. With that being said, I want to let everybody know. Recently, I've been getting some messages, comments, people having questions. They want to talk outside of YouTube. And I have no problem with that. If you need help with something, if you need information, if you just want to talk and try to understand the differences between this or that, regardless of the brand, doesn't matter. That's okay. I want to help you guys out. So I just went and added my Facebook page. There's a link to my Facebook, my personal Facebook, on my YouTube page. You can go, you can click that link. You can add me. If you don't want to add me, you just want to talk, you can shoot me a message. That's fine. All I ask is just be respectful. Don't message me because you don't like my content or you don't agree with me. I don't have time for that. But if you just need general help or questions or concerns, whatever, I'm here to help you guys. That's what this channel's about. My email is also on my YouTube page. Same thing. Don't message me because you don't like what I said about the machine in your driveway. I don't care. It's not what this is about. There's good and bad in all of them. And if there wasn't good in all of them, I wouldn't be selling all of them. Okay? Anyways, contact info's out there now. If you guys want to talk, shoot me a message, Facebook, email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And happy to help you regardless of what it may be. I can also lead you in the right direction. If you're looking at one of these Huayees, whether it be the dealer exclusive SHYs or just the normal HY models, if you need help getting one of those, shoot me a message. I can put you in contact with your closest dealer. That's the way that works. But anyways, let's get back into it. Let's keep going around this machine, seeing what some of the other components and everything looks like on it. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm gonna get this side panel off here. I've already removed on the front. There's 2 grommets covering 2 bolts. I've already took those off, but see how easy it is to get this off. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking 5 bolts. That's what I see, unless there's something hidden somewhere. Yep, looks like that's going to be it. It's already starting to fall. All right, and voila, just like that, panel's off. We're gonna set it over here in the don't get damaged department. Get the grommets, got 2 grommets here. Set them here, way them don't get lost. I'll remove these other ones. So yeah, another 5 bolts. Should be it. Boom. All right. All right, so I'm not sure what's under here, so I don't know if we're going to need any tools yet. But let's get this mat taken up. And this thing is just, this is a well-built piece of rubber. It's even steel reinforced. Oh, wow. Look at this. You guys see that? This is all steel reinforced on this mat. Super nice. Okay, so yeah, it looks like I gotta have probably my 13 millimeter. 13 mil on that side. $13 on that side. And it looks like too, this whole front would come off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus these, so 9. But I'm not going to take all this off. I don't think there's a reason to. We don't need to see under there. I think we'll be able to see enough right here. All right. So just 2 bolts on that. Yeah, so yeah, so under this rise up, all that is our valve bank. Literally. So only thing we're gonna see there is hoses in the valve body. That's about what all that is. All down in there, as expected, just hoses. Nothing really to see, honestly. So you got your battery, your diesel tank, your valve body bank, hydraulic tank, and then in between is just all the hoses routed. Slew motor is down in here. But that's it. That's all this. That's all that's right there. Oh, you know what? So you'll notice on the front of the machine, a lot of the times they only have 2 grease points for your slew bearing and your turntable. Well, this one has 3. I was wondering why. One of those runs to your swing boom. So your swing boom cylinder, which I don't know if you can see right now in the shot, but up here at the outside, it has your grease point. Well, how do you access the grease point on the inside? Let me show you. So right there. See that pin and that brass looking hose going on top of it? That is the back of the cylinder. So that hose runs all the way to here. So it's greasable. I've never seen a machine have that. Heck, well, I got the camera. I'll just come over here and show you. So diesel tank, battery. You can see the valve bank is under this raised panel. Nothing down in there really. Just all hoses. That's it. So I'm not going to take that off because that would consist of removing these pedals, removing these. And I know what a valve bank looks like, and so do you guys. But we are going to take that panel off real quick so we can see what's behind it. All right, somewhere along this video I lost my hat. Here it is. It's got my mic on it, so it's got to stay close by. All right. 10 millimeter. Take this panel off. There we go. Well, something's holding it on. Oh, huh. Just got some foam padding, I guess, to help with heat. As well as all of this. Oh, wow. So this whole back plate right here, where your legs would be, is all foam padded. I guess that helps with heat. So they got foam padding along that back plate. And it looks like all it's down here is our electrical stuff. Relays, it's got a rectifier. So looks like that's really all that's right here. You can see the injection pump from here. So pretty nice. But yeah, that padding, that's a nice little touch, right? All right. So we got it completely stripped. So now we'll do our new walk around. I've already showed you guys a lot, but just in case I missed anything, we'll talk about it a little more. So starting here at the front, again, your 3 grease points, turntable, slew bearing, and swing boom, inner cylinder, diesel tank, engage, battery, valve banks under here. Got a little access there. Electrical components, rectifier, relays here. Diesel tank fill. Didn't talk about that, but it's here. So here's a better view. Right side is your radiator. Left side smaller here. This is your hydraulic cooler. They are together, and it's all, man, it's so nice where it just keeps, no air can escape. It's all, wow. I love it. Got a valve body here. Radiator drain. Look, even inside the machine, guys, we got braided hoses, all wrapped, all nice. Same way with our wires, all wrapped nicely. Here, protected. Radiator cap. I didn't remove the counterweight. Don't think it's necessary. I think you can see everything. Engine, air filter, fuel components all down here. Orange zip tie. Let's talk about the orange zip tie. What's with the orange zip tie, guys? Well, they're just letting you know that's where your dipstick is. So, engine oil dipstick, right there. They tie a zip tie to it so you don't overlook it. Easy to find. Exhaust, completely blanketed. Even the pipe down here. And it's wrapped here. You only have a very small portion here that's not insulated. And that's all the way down to out, to where it comes out. Okay. Here's a better look at our pump. Again, Taifeng piston pump. Got our adjustments. Another valve bank, 2 solenoids. It's probably our pilot solenoids. All of our hoses coming out of our hydraulic tank. Again, back there is all padded. All our hoses and everything are all protected. Hydraulic tank, gauge, swing boom, hydraulic tank fill. I wasn't able to get the angle I wanted to get to show you guys. What I was going to show you is underneath these controls, the little pilot control valve bodies that are in here. They're the same brand, Taifeng or whatever, however you say it. They have a stamp on them, same brand. I wasn't able to get the camera up in there to see it without disassembling this whole thing, so you'll just have to take my word for it. But with all this name brand stuff, all these name brand components, that's why this machine is far more superior than anything else in its size. I'm going to get it put back together. There's a couple things I haven't mentioned yet that I still want to talk about, but I'm going to get it put back together. Okay, guys, so we got it back together, and while we had it apart, going over it, putting it back together, there's a couple little things we noticed that I hadn't mentioned yet that I thought was worth mentioning. So I'm going to get into that real quick before we wrap this thing up. So for starters, all your grease points on all your cylinders, they're all protected. They all have these raised, I don't even know what you'd call them, but these raised pieces of steel welded on top of them, and it protects your grease fittings. So I thought that was super nice. It doesn't have the flat little zerks. It's got real alamites, which hold pressure. Little zerk fittings don't. And then another cool thing is, look here. What could that be for? Well, just like on a lot of your higher end machines have grease fittings like this. And what that's for is actually this pin. So how cool is that? Zerk fitting or alamite here to grease this pin. So it's all internal. Pretty neat. So another thing that I noticed, and again, my STE20 is an expandable track machine. But it doesn't have this. And I haven't seen another expandable machine that does. But let's see if I can get you the view. So this one, there's your cylinders for the expanding. But look, it actually has, and it's overly greased, but it actually has a grease fitting. My machine doesn't have that. And I haven't seen another one with expanding tracks that does. So very, very nice feature. I did stop the machine right here because I wanted to give you a better view of just how beefy all this looks. I mean, that's some thick steel. That's a big, beefy cylinder. It's all just, it's very nice. It was well thought out. It wasn't just, they didn't just order a bunch of parts and just start bolting stuff together. It was well thought out design. And I like them, man. They're doing a good job. The quality is what they say it is. If you haven't seen one in person yet, find your nearest dealer and go see one. You'll see what all the hype's about. Okay, so that's going to wrap up our video, our walk around, our deep dive into the Huayee SHY12. If there's anything I missed, anything I didn't cover, anything you guys at home want to know, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I got a couple of these here, so if I gotta look something up for you, I can do it. Or if there's something you want me to make another video of, let me know. I'll do that as well. Overall, great machine. I like it. One thing I noticed while I was taking it all apart, putting it all back together, I didn't notice any loose hoses. I didn't notice any loose bolts or anything laying anywhere. I can't say that about a lot of machines. It's not a big deal if you can figure out where the bolt that's laying in there came from, but a lot of the times you can't. So, but anyways, pretty impressed. They definitely go over this machine, and then even at the dealer, they go over them a little bit more before they send them out. So these machines are ready to go. You don't have to change the fluids in this machine. You don't have to change the hydraulic fluid. You don't have to change the oil. You don't have to change the filters. You don't have to grease anything. It's literally ready to work. Everything comes pre-greased. All the fluids, it has good fluids, good filters. You buy it, you take it to work. So that is a part of the value in this machine, because yes, they are more money. But if you see one in person and go look at one and compare it to the cheaper machines, you can see the added value. It's not like they're more money and you don't really know what you're getting. There is an added value, and it's all over. There's so many things that you get you wouldn't get on a cheaper machine. And again, I'm not knocking them. They're all good machines. They all have their own problems. But for a small upgrade, got some grease on me. Sorry, I might have got out of camera view there. For a small upgrade in price, you can step up to top-notch quality, name brand parts, smooth dealer support, warranty. I mean, the list goes on. So if you're in the market for a 1.3 ton, consider the SHY12. If you're in the market for a 1.3 ton with a piston axle hydraulic pump, you ain't gonna find another one. So you got to get the SHY12. I think that's about all I got to say about the Shy. One thing that I'm still pretty impressed with, I wasn't expecting to find, and it's just the way, you can't see it now, the cover's on, but the way they have this whole side set up behind this panel, the way the radiator and the hydraulic cooler are side by side, they're one unit, and the way that the tube coming from the air filter comes down in here, and then the way they have it all sealed and boxed to where there's no air being lost. It's all going in towards the engine. It's a well thought out design. I haven't seen that on any of the other machines. So there you go, guys. There's the deep dive on the SHY12. I do have plans to run put my flail mower. I still have my excavator flail mower. I do have plans to put that on here and run it. I just don't know when yet. The weather's kind of dropping off. It doesn't get too bad where we're at. But I don't know if I want to be out brush cutting in 20-degree weather in an open cab. But I'll try to get that video out there soon. And we'll try some other attachments as well. But as always, hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is the type of stuff we're going to show on the channel. We're going to show new machines, old machines, reviews, tests, attachments, you name it. That's just what we do. So hit that like and subscribe if you hadn't already. We appreciate everybody's support. Like, again, my contact info is on my YouTube page. If you need to talk about something outside, shoot me a message. But hey, thanks for watching, and that's gonna wrap up this one. And I'll see you in a couple days.